World. So, this episode of Not Your Average Granny, I said our topic of discussion was going to be grandparent boundaries, and we're going to touch on that. But I just thought I would let you all see the new me. I decided to chop all of my hair off. I have, for the longest, always admired women with the big bushy fros and the big curly and what curls and whatnot, and who just get through their hair like this when they get up in the morning and go. Now I can do that. I'm so excited about it. I know some folks may not be too enthused because I've always had really, really long hair, really, really straight hair. And I had cancer some years ago and was on chemo for an extended period of time. And it took a lot of my hair out, and I noticed that when I got off of the medication, that my hair was just never the same. The products that I would use in it, there's just the things that I used to could do to it, I couldn't do anymore. So I had to learn my hair all over again. And I wanted to do something to bring like my curls back, because I kind of have wavy hair, wavy curly hair, and I could never find the right products to bring it back. And so I've been debating for like months on, should I cut it? Should I put braids in it? Just with protective styles? What do I do? So last night at my sister's house, went to Atlanta to celebrate her birthday with her. Last night there, had my ponytail up. I just took it and chopped it. And all I gotta do now is just find somebody who can just like even it up and get all those little long strands out of there. And this is the new me. Find the right products to keep my curls looking fresh and oily. Moisturize. Not so much greasy, because I don't put grease in my hair. I never have. I hate putting grease in my hair. It makes my hair feel so weighed down. I just don't like it. But I'm really loving it. It's gonna take some getting used to for some folks, but hey, I love it. It's me. Whatever. And once I decided to live my life and just do things and stop thinking about it so much, oh, the freedom, the freedom, the freedom. But anyway, so on this episode of Not Your Average Granny, I figured the topic of the discussion would be grandparent boundaries. And I feel like this is a great topic for me for now. Well, for me, period, because of my baby Zayden. He's here now. He's 3 weeks old today. He's so perfect and so precious. And I can tell right now that this boy is always going to have my heartstrings and going to have me doing things that I said I would never do anymore. And he's just everything. I just love him so much. And I didn't think that I would have a hard time separating myself from mother or grandmother, because I just didn't think I would, and I'm not really. I think I'm doing really good with that. I step back, I let his parents be his parents. I make little suggestions here and there, but the final decision is theirs and always will be theirs, and that's not something I would ever want to take from them, because they're really doing really, really good. For them to be as young as they are, they're really doing really well. And his mom is a great mommy. She's really a great mommy. She's very attentive. She's breastfeeding him, so she's very patient and very loving with him. And for her to be so young, I'm really, really proud of her. She's doing an awesome job. So the main thing for me would be like maybe when he gets a little older. I know when my son was younger, what frustrated me a lot with my parents is they kind of like overstepped my boundaries with him, and they would do it in his presence. So then he would feel like it was okay to say, okay, well, if you don't want to do what I want or give me what I want, then I'm gonna call Granny and Papa, which is what kids do. But I felt like they didn't give me enough power as his mother to be like, listen, this is what it is, and that's period, that's final. My mom more so than my dad. And so I wanted to make sure that regardless of how much I love this boy and how much I want to give him everything, and I want to give him everything more so than I did my own child. It's important to me that I respect them as parents, and no matter what I feel, I always step back and let them make the final decision, and this is what it is, and just be with that. And it may not sit well in my heart, especially when it's something that heartbreaking to him that he really wants, or he really wants to do, or somewhere that he really wants to go. Like I said, this is probably be more of an issue for me the older that he gets. So we'll revisit this topic again in future episodes. But just as of now, with him being 3 weeks old today, I feel like the boundary when they're so young is just stepping back and letting them learn because this is the issue that that Zayden just is having now. I noticed like last week, he's only 3 weeks old. So I noticed last week, because I visit him every day, I noticed last week that he was straining, straining. And I know babies do that sometimes, but it seemed like he was doing it excessively and very, very hard, and it was concerning me. So I mentioned it to his mom, his dad. So, is he straining? Is he having normal bowel movements? Is he okay? Whatever like that. So he was having normal, regular bowel movements. He's a breastfed baby, so he has several bowel movements a day. But I was just like, just watch him, because it just don't seem like he should be doing that. I'm a nurse, so I had a little bit of knowledge with that, but I did not work with babies. I never wanted to work with babies. I just didn't want to do that. So my expertise is not with babies, but it just seemed like he just seemed like it was just something not right with him. And so I continued to say something, and then over the weekend we went to Atlanta to my little niece Zuri's first 5th birthday party, and it was my sister's birthday. So we were there for the weekend, and I just noticed it. He just, we were sleeping in. She was sleeping downstairs with the baby. I was upstairs with my sister, and I just said, like, I can hear him all the way up here straining and grunting. It just doesn't seem right. And so today, his mom, she did a little research. She said, well, I read, that it could be this or it could be that. I said, okay, well, cool. I said, well, why don't tomorrow we just make a doctor's appointment or call the doctor and tell them his symptoms and just see how, what they say they think he should do. Because it just looks like to me that he was in a little bit of pain, a little bit of discomfort. He's such a great baby. He doesn't really cry, so you can't really tell that he's that uncomfortable. But you can look at him and tell just the how hard he was straining and just how comfortable he looked to me, that something was wrong. But his mommy picked up on it. After I mentioned it to her, but she picked up on it, and she took the initiative to go and research and try to find out what she thought may be wrong with him. And she's going to make the doctor's appointment tomorrow. So the boundaries for me with having a 3-week-old grandson versus having maybe a 3 or 13 or whatever year old grandchild is just stepping back. If it's something that concerns me, excuse me, honey, this hair, it's a little wild. Y'all gotta forgive my hair. I gotta find the right products. I gotta, wash it, all that other kind of stuff. I'm still cute, but the hair is a little wild right now. But I love it. Anyway, so yeah, stepping back and letting mommy and daddy observe things on their own, bring it to their attention in a way that doesn't make them feel like they're not doing a good job. Because I always make sure to encourage them. I'm like, you're doing a good job with my grandson. Thank you for doing such a great job with my grandson. You're a great mommy. Sometimes you just need to hear that. And I feel like with my son, I didn't hear that a lot. I don't really remember hearing it much at all. Like I said, my mom, more so than my dad, always kind of made me feel like, okay, everything I was doing was wrong. I didn't feel like I was, doing the right things for him as a baby. So it kind of, like made me a little timid as a mother. And, I don't think she was doing it to try to make me feel that way. That was just the way she knew, honey, if you know Nita, Nita come off rough, baby, rough. Out of love, but it's a little bit rough. And sometimes with sensitive things like that, you need to be, things be brought to your attention in a way that kind of not makes you feel like you have to be on the defense. Because I feel like I had to be on the defense a lot with her. And it wasn't that she didn't know what she was talking about. She raised 3 babies. So, of course, she knew what she was talking about. But, yeah, so I just try to make sure that I encourage her and uplift her every chance I get. She's an amazing mommy. My son's an amazing daddy. They're doing great. My baby is 3 weeks old. I'm going to post some videos of him, just little videos of he and I. We sing a lot. We talk a lot. I know everybody says I'm probably spoiling him because I hold him and I talk to him all the time. But you can tell when I go in the room, I'm like, hey, Mostanka, because I've been calling him that since he was in her belly. I would go up to her belly every day. Hey, Mostanka, touch on her belly. And hey, how you doing? Mo loves you. And from the moment he came out and I said, hey, Mostanka, he looking around. Y'all not gonna believe this, but when this baby was born, he came out the womb not even 5 minutes old. His head was laying on his mommy's chest, and his daddy said something to him. His head was looking away from his daddy. He picked his entire head up, turned around, and laid his head back down and was looking at his daddy. And he's 3 weeks old. He just turned 3 weeks old today. And this boy almost rolled off the damn couch when I was trying to change his diaper. My sister said, I'm like, wait a minute, you rolling over. He's so alert. He wakes up, he looks, he gazes into your eyes. He tries to talk back. Like the video I posted introducing him, he was talking in the video. Like he talks, he coos at 3 weeks old. He's been cooing since he was born. Like, I know he's going to be a genius because he's my grandson. So, of course, he's going to be a genius. He's probably going to be like a Bill Gates slash the guy that owns BET. I can't think of his name. Black guy. I know it's a shame because I should know his name more than I know Bill Gates because he's a black guy. But nothing, no harm in it. My mind kind of fades in and out. You know, I'm older now. I'm somebody's grandmother now. So I have an excuse to have the memory lapses. Plus, I'm menopausal, you know. But that's neither here nor there. But again, we will revisit this topic when my grandson is a little bit older because I'm sure the boundaries in my aspect are definitely going to change. And I'm going to probably be, not probably, I know I'm probably going to be one of those soft grandmas that he's like, look, Mo, I want this, I want that. And I'm like, okay, baby, you know. Y'all pray for me. You know, I'm a work in progress. Pray for me. But anyway, I hope you all are having a great Sunday. Have a great week. And stay tuned for the next episode of Not Your Average Granny. Oh, and watch for the videos that I'm going to post of my baby. He's so adorable, y'all. Y'all going to fall in love with him. Like, seriously, y'all going to fall in love with him. Like, how could you not? He's just so perfect. He's so perfect. He get a little fat cheeks now. His little belly. He just gets, it's just, I just can't take it. He's just so cute. I can't take it. But anyway, have a great week. Stay tuned for the next episode. Not Your Average Granny with the new hair. Oh, I'm just going to be so fly. Oh, I should have did this over the summer because it's going to get cold now. Now I don't have no hair, so my ears are probably going to have to wear earmuffs and all that kind of stuff. But it don't matter because I can wear whatever and I'm still going to be cute. Yes, Lord. Anyway, Not Your Average Granny. Deuces.